It's currently starting. Is live. I hope it's live. I don't know if it's live, but we're gonna find out. Let me tell you. Well, for the people who are watching this they're listening to this on the the pre-recording, if you or the the recorded version after it's live. I've been doing this every week for the past since last week. So basically, I wanted to make it last week. I wanted to make a video talking about a bunch of things about like WrestleMania 33 and 34 and just like a whole bunch of stuff in general. And I didn't want to just sit there and record it, and I was like, why don't I just go live, because that would be a lot easier than doing the what's it called. So now I'm going to see if this works. Let's 1 second. What? All right, well, I don't know what's going on there, but how do I pop out the chat? Can everyone hear me? This is really loud. I apologize. I'm setting things up still. So, yeah. Why is it in Spanish on Twitter? I don't know why. That's funny. That made my day right there. The fact that was a thing. Okay, so I am trying to get the little gimmick going. I did this last week, okay, but the video was on last week compared to this week. So hey, chat. There we go. I saw someone commented. There we go. Look at this. I know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. Okay, so I have a lot of things to talk about. I'll give it a few minutes while this is loading and catching up and everything like that. So. But there's a lot to talk about in wrestling. I know that one of the things that I wanted to start off with was the fact that my favorite wrestling podcast is still The Art of Wrestling with Colt Cabana. I think that is by far my favorite podcast. It's been my favorite podcast ever since I don't even know, since I first listened to it, because I just love the way that Colt sets it up. And like recently he had two podcasts. I think they were back-to-back weeks. Bobby Fish and Sami Callihan, I just listened to those. If there's our old podcasts, then oh well, I didn't know, but I know that Sami Callihan one is recent. Bobby Fish is very recent, but those are awesome. I think that like I said, the way he sets it up, it's really nice to listen to, and it's quick, and you want more out of it, and he gives you just enough. So I think it's really good. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's Art of Wrestling, Colt Cabana, and go check it out if you haven't already. And he doesn't do a weird transition into his ads. When he does his advertising at the beginning of the show, and then when he does his plugs at the end of the show, it sounds like you're still in a conversation with him, or still, talking to him in some way. So that's why I really like it. The other people, they'll, talk, they'll be in the interview, and they'll go into like for instance Jericho, the way he does it, I just can't stand. Even though I like a few the podcasts he had a what the heck is it called? The Talking Shop episode from, I think, Thanksgiving. It was uploaded to Christmas or something like that, where that was really funny. I laughed so much during that. If you want to go check that one out, that's the Talking Shop one from, I don't know where they were at, but just the way he transitions into his advertising, I don't like it. So there's my rant on that. Go check out Art of Wrestling. That's what I'm saying. If you don't know Art of Wrestling, I don't even know why you're here. Like that's you should go just download them all. I know Colt has this thing on whatever the heck the app is called, where you can listen to all the old ones. But start listening now. Go listen to every single one. That's good stuff right there. So if you're listening right now and you're live, if you want to tweet this out, tell your friends, say, hey, this guy's talking wrestling. So I'm going to keep my eye on the chat, but there's a list of things I wanted to talk about. One of the first, yeah, exactly. But first, let me talk to you about DDP Yoga. First, let me tell you about DDP Yoga. DDP Yoga I'm not sponsored by DDP Yoga, so I'm not gonna go on. But yeah, that's how that goes. Let me tell you. So starting off, the whole video fiasco. that happened today. WWE decided to upload a video. Basically, they went to like maybe 4 or 5 people. If you haven't seen it, you can look it up, or I think I have it on Twitter. I have both of them on Twitter. Basically, okay. Well, first off, this is uncomfortable, so I'm going to rotate the microphone. So I apologize if it's loud, or what. I'm new to this. What do you want for nothing? Let me tweet this to Breach. Let me tweet to Luke and Breach at Stevie Breach at Luke, because why not? So basically, what I was saying is, today WWE uploaded a video asking like 4 or 5 people. I think it was Renee Young, The Miz, Mauro Ranallo, Seth Rollins, The Club. I don't even remember who else. Anywhere, the New Day was a part of it. They asked them, who do you want to show up in the Rumble? And now, so the first one is The Miz talking. It doesn't matter. Seth Rollins is in there and basically says, why not have Kenny Omega in the Royal Rumble? It could happen. He's been talking about this, that, and the other. I actually just finished listening to the Wrestling Observer interview with Kenny Omega. If you're a subscriber to Wrestling Observer, I recommend that. That was a good listen, about an hour-long interview. So Seth Rollins says, why not have Kenny Omega? And people were going nuts. But the other thing is, like, later in the video, which is like 30 seconds later, the Club, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows, they're saying, why not have Tama Tonga and Bad Luck Fale in the Rumble? And like, those are the two things that they took the video down for. They edited both of those out, and they re-uploaded the video. Someone had to film that. Well, first off, they had to get the idea for that. They had to go out and film it. They had to bring it back to and edit it. That person made it all together, and he edited it real nice. They exported it. I'm sure they watched it a time or two, and then they sent it to the uploader, who I'm sure watched it, and then they uploaded it. And then, like, okay, somewhere along that line, someone had to say, hey, Seth Rollins is talking about someone who doesn't work for us. Let's cut that out of there. Or, hey, the Club is talking about 2 people who are in a rival promotion right now. But no one did that. And what happened? People made a big deal out of it. And, people are going nuts. And what's going on? And the fact that, this was a video that got, uploaded, to both the website and the YouTube channel, it just blows my mind that this got through production. I don't know how they do their YouTube stuff. If they need someone to help, hey, I'm always available. I'll do it for a good price. I will upload your videos. I'll film, edit them. Just let me know. I know how to run a YouTube channel, kind of. I had some experience. So, hey, WWE, if you're listening, follow me on Twitter. Here we go. We'll get this started. So anyway, it's just funny the fact that this video was something that got out there. And, what do you guys think? Because to me, it blows my mind that, this company and how they, let this go. And they thought it was going to be a good idea. So whatever, that's that. Also, shout out to Mr. 420 Goonie, who his birthday today. He just responded. So I hope he's having a good day. The next thing I wanted to talk about is Kurt Angle in the Hall of Fame. Now, when I saw that tweet, or actually it was the app, the WWE app that they used to plug all the time back in the day, they sent the notification, which for the longest time, it was pointless to have notifications on the app. And hey, it was a good thing there, because I found out right away. And I marked out. I was like, no way. Like, you got to be kidding me. Like, this is awesome. So that was awesome. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. There's been, things where he's said that he wants Steve Austin to induct him into the Hall of Fame. And hey, why not? You get Steve Austin, you're bringing him down to Florida. It's good stuff. So they get the little pop for Steve Austin. You get the reaction for Kurt Angle. Bam, there you go. You got your Hall of Fame all set up. People are going to watch it for both of those guys. So I think it'd be fun. And a lot of people are, wondering, is he going to wrestle again? What's going to happen with that? And honestly, it all comes down to if, he can hold up. I know he's in matches outside of, on the indies. I think he has a match with Cody Rhodes coming up soon. I know that Trademark tweeted about it. Promotion. I don't know what Trademark's Twitter is now, but if anyone knows who Jared is, Trademark 629, I think was his name. I don't know what it is now on Twitter. I think it's like Jared Stevens or something like that. He works for a promotion in New England, Connecticut, one of the two. And I guess Kurt Angle's going to wrestle, I think, Cody Rhodes. So there we go. So I don't know if Kurt Angle's going to wrestle in WWE. I don't know. It's kind of weird. The whole gets into the Hall of Fame and then has a match after he's a Hall of Famer, which it just messes with my mind a little bit. Who knows? It could happen. You could do the Ric Flair thing. I don't know, where you have a match and then he gets, inducted into the Hall of Fame like the day before. Can you do that? I don't know. Why not? Let's do it. So that's a thing that can happen. I don't know who he would wrestle. It could be tons of people. So, I wish we can see Daniel Bryan versus Kurt Angle because, to be honest, that's the only match I don't want to see at this time. But hey, Kurt Angle could have a long run of matches if he can. But it'd be cool to see what happens with Mr. Kurt Angle. So someone said in the chat, did you hear that AJ Styles got robbed the other day? I did. I was listening to Observer Live, Wrestling Observer Live, and they were saying that that can only mean like one of the things that it might have been someone in back who either works for the company or isn't supposed to be there, or he works for the arena. So I don't know. Best of luck to AJ Styles and finding his stuff. I don't know if he found it or not, but I don't know. That's pretty messed up for whoever did that. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, the SmackDown main event, which wasn't the best main event of all time, but hey, it was still Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch. Alexa Bliss is still champion. That's all that matters. But it was a cage match, still cage match to be exact, which I know Mr. Luke Cage did a poll a while back saying about what was the most pointless thing, or I forgot exactly what it was. It was talking about all the gimmicks, the gimmick matches, and steel cage was the one that was voted most, which if you think about it, a steel cage doesn't make sense, but hey, whatever. So Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch, they had a match, main event SmackDown, and Mrs. El Luchador, or whatever the heck they call her, El Luchador, La Luchador, I don't even know what the heck they call her. The masked person comes down, and automatically you can tell that it's a different figure than previous times. The previous times, I think the first time the figure, this masked luchador person showed up was in the Chicago show, the SmackDown After Christmas, and at that point it wasn't who it ended up being, and it ended up being Mickie James, and it was awesome because Mickie James back in the day was my favorite, and her teaming up essentially with Alexa Bliss, it was a mark out moment. So you can't go wrong with that. That was awesome. I don't know what the heck she's going to do now. I don't know why she's not a face and she's a heel. You could have easily had her cost Bliss the title and gotten a huge pop. You could have done Mickie James versus Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss for the title. You could have done a lot of things, but hey, they could still do the whole, Mickie James versus Becky Lynch thing. Winner faces Bliss, and then you have the screw job finish where something happens, someone gets counted out or disqualified, and then it ends up being a triple threat. So you could still do that, or you can do Mickie James saying, "Hey, Alexa Bliss, or I had you win, and I attacked her because I knew that I could beat you, Alexa Bliss." So I don't know, you could do something like that. But it'd be cool to have Mickie James and Alexa Bliss in a match or just a feud together. So that should be a fun thing. Coming down on SmackDown Live, the better show, the A show, if you will. If you don't watch SmackDown Live, you really need to. If you sit through Raw, unless you have something going on during SmackDown, Raw I put Raw on every single week. It plays in the background. I go and either change the channel to if something's on, there's a basketball game on, I'll switch back and forth. But most of the time, I just leave it in the background. I sit on my computer, do homework, I watch YouTube videos, I talk to my friends on Skype or something like that. And Raw is just on the background. When SmackDown is on, it's a different deal. I need to pay attention more to SmackDown than I do need to on Raw. For Raw, if Kevin Owens comes out, then it's like, oh, let's see what Kevin Owens has to say. So, Raw is always on, but like, people go crazy about Raw where, oh, it's bad. It's this, that, and the other. It's like, then don't watch. Like, do what I do. Just put it on the background. If something catches your attention, then there you go. You get to watch your favorite segment. And if there's a match or something that catches your attention, bam, it's on and you know what happens. So that's that little tangent on SmackDown versus Raw. One of the last things I wanted to talk about on the Royal Rumble, let me get a swig of water for the working man. One of the last things I wanted to talk about was the Royal Rumble. Now, the Royal Rumble is not this Sunday. I figured that one out a couple days ago. It's not this Sunday. It's next Sunday. So that should be good timing right there. Basically, the whole Seth Rollins video thing, like, him saying Kenny Omega should be in the Rumble. That's one thing. But, like, I don't know. Kenny Omega, apparently his contract was up on the 31st of January. So that means that he cannot be in the Rumble because he would be breaking his contract. But when I listened to the interview with Meltzer and Alvarez with Kenny Omega, it sounded like Kenny Omega was just chilling at home, like, just doing whatever he wants. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, whole situation. Like I said before, it was a whole, January 31st. So he can't be in the Rumble. But now it looks like anything's possible. So I don't know. I don't think he's going to be in the Rumble. I don't think he was ever going to be in the Rumble. But the way it sounded, anything can happen. But still, I don't think he's going to be in the Rumble. That's just me. You could have another opinion. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about Kenny Omega and WWE. I think he'll be in WWE within the next year. If I had to make a prediction, I'd say that. But Rumble, I don't think so. So another thing is Ty Dillinger. Okay, if Ty Dillinger, now I haven't watched NXT a lot, but dang it, I know about the whole 10 thing. And when I was at Raw, SmackDown, I was doing the 10 count where they just count 10 every, second, 10, 10, 10. Like, if this man does not come out at 10, I don't even know. Like, people are going to go insane. It's going to be not to the extent, but when Daniel Bryan didn't come out at the Royal Rumble at number 30, people went insane. Like, it's not going to be up to that extent, but it's going to be the same thing. If you put, like, I don't know, if you put someone in the Rumble at number 10, like some babyface wrestler that you're trying to get over or something like that, like if I don't even know, who can you put at number 10? Their career will be not ruined, but you know what I mean? Like, if you put anyone but Ty Dillinger at number 10, like, that just doesn't make sense. It would be perfect. I think it's expected, but, like, there's still a little, doubt on the whole situation. So I think that should be the time where he debuts, honestly. So Ty Dillinger, hopefully, we'll look out for him at number 10 because, who knows what's going to happen. Just like, who knows who's going to win this thing. There's, like, so many different ways that this WrestleMania, road to WrestleMania can go that I don't even know who wins the Rumble. I know last year, the year before that, even the year before that, it was like, Batista's winning the Rumble. Triple H is winning the Rumble. Roman Reigns is winning the Rumble. Like, we already kind of knew who was going to win the Rumble. Now we have to kind of wait and see. Like, there's a couple different answers, but there's not one person that's like, oh, for sure he's going to win, like Batista or Roman or Triple H. I don't know. I can see Undertaker winning the Rumble and going on to face John Cena, who would end up winning the title at Royal Rumble. But, there's been talks that Cena versus Taker is off the table. Then again, who knows? Anything is possible. You can do Braun Strowman, the best in the world, future world champion. You could have him win the title, or not win the title, win the Rumble to possibly go on and face like at WrestleMania for the title. I don't know, but there's a lot of things you can do, and I think as of this afternoon, I think like the Vegas betting odds was Taker, Strowman, and then Randy Orton. So that's a thing. It could be one of those three. It cannot be one of those three. It could be Samoa Joe. Let's have Samoa Joe in the Rumble. I don't know, but this is it should be a fun year for the Rumble because we don't know who's going to debut. We don't know who's coming out. We don't know who's returning. We don't know who's going to win it all. We don't even know what the main event of WrestleMania. Well, we know what the main event of WrestleMania is going to be. It's going to be Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, but we don't know, what the main matches are going to be other than the Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar match. And who knows? Maybe that could even change. I don't know. Something could happen. That could change. But, I'm not saying anything's going to happen because I don't know. But I think this year is definitely a refresher when it comes to the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania season. It gives people the excitement factor. So when Strowman wins the Rumble, maybe you're not excited as I will be, but you'll not know that he was going to win from the beginning. Like we'll have this little doubt in our heads that like, oh, maybe this guy will win, maybe this guy will win. Well, wait, this guy might win. So it's like this Rumble, this WrestleMania season, there's a lot to look forward to. And I'm just excited in general about, the whole road to WrestleMania. Got to take another drink. I've been talking too much. But other than that, like there's really not much left that I wanted to talk about. I'll tweet this out again and see what happens. But hey, anything is possible with this year's Royal Rumble. And I don't know. Like I said, anything can happen in the land of WWE. So let's see how long have we been going here? Now this is the time when it gets like kind of gets dead. See if this happens, or see if this loads, I guess you can say. Here's another thing I could talk about: the fact that we have Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns, and I think Roman Reigns is going to win. I kind of already prepared myself for Roman Reigns to beat Kevin Owens. I mean, I'm going to have to turn off my network at the time it happens, but I mean, I don't want it to happen. I mean, I want Kevin Owens to win the title and keep it for as long as possible. But I mean, who knows? I mean, if Roman does win the title, hey, let's just hope that the winner of the Royal Rumble is somebody that will be good and will beat Roman Reigns, who should turn heel. But hey, the whole Roman Reigns heel thing is going to be just like the Cena thing. That's another thing. If you think that Cena and Roman Reigns aren't similar and Roman Reigns isn't the next Cena, that's a whole nother story, because Roman Reigns was the guy that WWE wants this guy to be the guy and be in that role. The children and the women, just love Roman Reigns. They can't get enough of him. And, the hardcore, male fans and, some of, in between, they hate Roman Reigns. They don't want him to be champion, kind of like Cena. And now it's at this point where Cena kind of just said, here, Roman, like, take it. Like, you could have that from me. Now I'm just going to be a guy. So you got Roman, let's go Roman sucks chance. Like, if people don't see this, then I don't even know. Like, this is perfect. Like, that's exactly what people were saying that Roman Reigns is going to be, and he is that guy. So why not crush the hopes and dreams of me and have him beat Kevin Owens? I mean, it's bound to happen, right? So that's another thing that has been going on in the world of professional wrestling. Other than that, now I'm just waiting a few minutes, trying to see if anyone shows up, comments. If not, I'm going to end this thing because I don't know how long this has been going, but it's definitely past its time. If that makes sense. Is that the? I just realized there's a what's it called? Where? How long has this been going? I don't know. It doesn't say. It doesn't tell me these things. Why doesn't it tell me these things? I'm gonna. I think it's been going for. I think it's been going for 25 minutes. So I think that's good. Last week I went 30. I could stay a few more minutes and just talk about whatever the heck I think is going on with wrestling. I mean, we got the whole Charlotte and Bayley thing. I don't care about that because I really don't care about Charlotte. And I just waiting for Bayley to win the title at WrestleMania 33, and she'll get that pop, and Charlotte will be beaten on pay-per-view, and then it's just another day at the office. So that is where this is going to end. Talking about Charlotte, that's really bad. No, let's end it on this note. All right, I'll end it on this because it needs to end on a higher note than talking about Charlotte Flair. So I gotta get. I always mess up his Twitter name. I want to get this right because credit. The Real Classic on Twitter at The Real Classic. Brandon on Twitter. He basically was saying I caught. Oh, now James is in here. Great. I caught one of the things that he was saying in a long spew of tweets. And one of the things he was saying was that AJ Styles should hold the title for a long time. And I immediately thought of CM Punk and his 434-day reign and how they did the same thing with the tag titles. And I think AJ Styles should just hold the title for another however many 300 more days or whatever the heck it is. Honestly, at one point, they're going to take the WWE championship and just have someone hold it for 500 days or whatever. I think AJ Styles is the right guy to do it. Now, I don't want it to happen. I want that always to be a thing. Obviously, both sides of the story is, WWE doesn't want to really mention it. And, it's that back and forth type thing. But one of these days, they're going to want someone to beat that. So why not just have it be AJ Styles? Because, anything's possible. And if anyone's going to do it, why not have it be AJ? Have them go up to 500 something or even 450. I don't know. But I know it's going to happen one of these days. It's a thing that's still out there. So why not just do it? Because who knows? How much who else can beat that record? Who else can go and be the champion every single week and actually be someone that people like, and then go back to heel face. AJ Styles would be perfect. I don't think any other person can do it unless you do it with Cena, but I don't think Cena's going to be there for over 434 days. So let's just have AJ do it. You can do a whole thing with the club. The club can get traded to SmackDown, or AJ can get traded to SmackDown or something. I don't know, but I think it's going to happen. I think if it does happen, it'll be with AJ. Otherwise, it's just going to be one of those things that never happens, and it's always going to be in the record book as the best in the world. CM Punk, 434 days, and all those plaques that I should have bought, they're going to be worth a lot because that's going to be a high point. So James, shout out to Met Ranger Fan 711. If you want good videos of the Rangers or the Mets or whatever, yes, you go, James. I wish I had pizza left. I would have done that. But yes, if you want good Rangers videos or Mets videos or whatever, go check out. I don't even know what this thing is. Met Ranger Fan 711 on the YouTube, and yeah, that's that. So I don't know what else to say in this. I was gonna end with that, but now James is just going ham in the chat. So we're gonna do a pizza review here today. One bite. Everyone knows the rules. I don't have any more pizza left, but I do have this water. So one gulp of water. Everyone knows the rules. We drink every single water bottle until we pass out. One gulp. Everyone knows the rules. we're going to end on this non-sponsorship Ice Mountain water. If you do not drink Ice Mountain water and you're from the Chicago area, I don't even know. I don't even know. So with that being said, yes, James, if that's telling me to get on the old Skype machine, I will, because I'm ending this. Thank you guys for listening. If you want to come back next week, hopefully I'll do it again next week. So that is it. Thank you guys for listening. Let me know any comments you have of what I talked about down below. Talk to you guys later. Have an awesome day. I can't too sweet the microphone. I could, but I don't want to break the mic. Thank you guys for listening.